Howdy. That's a recap video. I was talking about cryptodomes, and we have been in Japan, Hokkaido. 2 hours ago, 3.3, 119 kilometers in depth. And I said that there is some story which I think happened here. I'm not totally sure, but that's why I also do the video in order to restore the memory about the thing. So let's go to Wikipedia. And once again, I want to point out that here you see it's DE, which means Deutsch, which means German, which means Google is translating this page from German into English. It's not the English version of Wikipedia, because it has a different content. But anyway, cryptovolcanism. Cryptodome. At the Cryptodome, also known as the Source Dome, which means water, sources, springs, wells, and such. Glaciers? Probably. Quite likely, even. Maybe. I don't know. I think so. The rising viscous magma formed clump spherical rock bodies within the soft top layer, usually made out of tuff, which it bulged like a dome, but could not break through intermediate or felsic rock. Volcanic rocks such as trachyte, latite, phonolite, and rhyolite are typical for spring domes. Examples of such source domes are Drachenfels, dragon rock, Stenzelberg, whatever Stenzel means, Berg means mountain. Hohentwiel and Hohenkräne have been showing them many times. They are very close to the Lake Constance. Katzenbuckel im Odenwald. It's a cat's back. And then several new cryptodomes have emerged at Mount Usu. Yeah, Mount Usu. Now I remember. A volcano on the Japanese island of Hokkaido in recent centuries. Now let's click on that. Mount Usu, a stratovolcano on the island of Hokkaido in northern Japan during the eruptions of the Usu. Lava and cryptodomes formed several times. The Usu lies in the southern edge of the 10-kilometer diameter Toya caldera, which was formed around 110,000 years ago. In the present, large parts of the caldera are occupied by Lake Toya. After the formation of the caldera, eruptions of basalt and andesite created a stratovolcano, also known as Uso Somma, in reference to Vesuvius. A violent eruption about 7 to 8,000 years ago, maybe it's 6, destroyed the summit of Uso Somma. It was a debris avalanche. The deposits southwest of the volcano on the coast of the Pacific Ocean are to be found. The eruption left a crater a good 2 kilometers in diameter. Subsequent eruptions largely filled the crater with lava and cryptodomes. The domes are made of dacite, a particularly viscous type of magma. So here is a map. Finally. But the thing is, the eruption from July 25th in 1910 was preceded by earthquakes for 6 days. At the same time, cracks and faults formed at the northwest foot of Usu. Phreatic explosions from small newly forming craters occurred until early August. A new cryptodome arose on the shore of Lake Toya, the Meijin Shinchan. By November 1910, it had arched up to 160 meters. Shortly after the eruption, the first hot springs emerged southwest of Lake Toya. In 1919, a hotel was built at the spring. It paved the way for the emergence of the popular spa town of Toyako Onsen. At the end of 1943, a series of earthquakes began, the epicenters of which shifted 6 kilometers from the northeast to the east side of the Usu as the depth of the focus decreased. From February or March 1944, another cryptodome, the Showa Shinsan, formed about 2 kilometers east of the Usu crater. It dammed the river and broke through the surface of the earth in early November 1944, becoming a lava dome. Its growth ended in September 1945 after uplift of over 200 meters, presumably due to the cooling of the magma. The cathedral sank by 25 meters between. Maybe the dome is a cathedral. Google translation. 1945 and 1968. From 1944, the growth of the dome was accompanied by eruptions, initially phreatic and later phreomagmatic eruptions. Water is included in those eruptions. Very important. The outbreak in the final phase of the Second World War was initially given little attention by scientists. Mimatsu Masao, a Tokyo postal clerk, detailed the growth of the dome in pictures and reports. According to the geologist Hans Pichler, the result was an excellent volcanological work by a layman. A museum and a memorial on the Usu commemorate Mimatsu Masao. An eruption on August 7, 1977 forced the evacuation of 20,000 tourists and 7,000 local residents. During the eruption. An eruption column, at least 10 kilometers high, rose. Ash fell on large parts of land of the island of Hokkaido. Accompanied by weaker eruptions, another cryptodome arched up to 180 meters in the central crater. The northern rim of the crater shifted by similar amount. This caused wrapping and fissures in Toyako Onsen, damaging or destroying homes and utility lines. In November 1978, a mud flow called Lahar caused further damage at two homes at Toyoko Onsen. 3 people died as a result. On March 31, 2000, there was a flank eruption on the northwest of Mount Usu. The contact between groundwater horizon fed by Lake Toya and rising magma triggered severe phreomagmatic eruptions. By mid-April, more than 50 new craters had formed. In the same month, lahars formed, causing damage to Toyoka Onsen and spilling into Lake Toya. Northwest of Usu was rising up to 3.3 meters per day. The fading eruptions ended in early May 2000, a day before the March 31 eruption. 10,000 people had been evacuated. Volcanological. No. There has been we have to go maybe to the 7th of Nevalder unrest. Hans Pichler. Yeah, I found once some very nice text and stuff about this. Mimatsu Masao. But maybe we try to quickly take a look at those cryptodomes in Japan. Usu. Yes. Mount Usu, or Usu Sun volcano in Hokkaido, is one of Japan's most well-known volcanoes. And it is a cryptodome. Alert for Uso. Now let's go over to Google Earth. And let's put in mt dot usu. Stratovolcano. Yeah, that's a cryptodome. This stuff is just emerging out of the ground. Yeah, whatever it says on that, this is rather red. Is there iron in that rock which is emerging from that? I don't know. Very beautiful landscape. It would be very cool to go around once in Japan, check it out. But it might be never possible. Just look around. Was Usu Crater Observatory. Does this mean last eruption 29/7, which is July 2021? Maybe? I don't know. Probably not. I don't know. My Japanese is very bad. Now we are getting somewhere. There's steam. Obviously. Yeah, you don't notice at first glance that there is steam as well rising up from that. So, now let's just take this picture and look at it. There's no trees growing on that. Yeah, it's probably too active for them to grow on that through all the gases which are emerging and stuff, you know. A rainbow. But now we have to go to Germany, which is somewhere here. Moscow, Warsaw, Germany. We want to find the lake, Lacher Lake. It might be here somewhere. Lacher Lake, yeah, check it out. Vulcan Park. So this is a volcano. That's a caldera. That's a caldera lake. There are several of them. There are cryptodomes somewhere here, I guess. Lahnstein, I'm not sure too much. Where is it? The Dragon Castle and the Siebenbürgen. Yeah, anyway. I wanted to show you something. Vulcan Park Museum, or however it's called in English. Museum. So now check it out. First picture, there's water. And we are in Germany, we are not in Japan, you know? But we are talking about cryptodomes, or at least I am. Volcanic activity from histories, you can watch it. A house, more water, some Birkeland currents reminding art piece, maybe, and a map. I still didn't manage to write them. We are, like the museum, I think it's somewhere here. There is like an actual volcano like erupting. And this it looks like on this map. There's fire. Uh-huh. This was very quick. And there's like all over the place these kind of structures, volcanoes. I would say they look like volcanoes, calderas. Maybe there's fire on that too. Hard to say. I have to still write them, ask them. And what's that red and yellow stuff? Is that lava? What are we looking at? What map is that? Is that a real map? In terms of it's dated some whatever year? But there's nothing written anywhere. 11th century? Could be. 12th century? 13th century? Like if you watch around there's like volcanoes all over the place. That's the Lacher Lake. There is one on the left side, which would be west of the lake. And there are many of these all around the place. But if you zoom a little bit out, you will notice that there is also one at the north. There seems to be something coming out. I might be totally wrong. But also here. And here it says Rhine River. And there's also this train. What is going on with this train? Is this some artist dream about the past of this region? Or is this an actual map? I really have to write them. Maybe this is my one goal I still have to do today, to write them and ask about this map. Could they send me a better version of that? Or what? Tell me. There's a train coming out of a volcano. What is going on? But anyway, I leave it here. Thanks. Bye.